Today I'm going to be flipping through this 2025 travel planner of Oregon's Mount Hood territory. So on the front we have the beautiful mountain with a blue sky backdrop, all the evergreens in the valley, a llama, I believe. Yeah, a llama over here. Looks like it's a llama farm. Some people hiking amongst the evergreens. And a man standing in front of what appears to be a large egg sculpture made from painted gears. At least that's what it looks like to me. And here's just an overview of the contents. Where is Mount Hood Territory anyway? Mount Hood Territory is located just east of Portland and PDX International Airport, making it easily accessible to visitors from within and outside the state. The region stretches southward from the Columbia River Gorge to the Clackamas River Valley, encompassing a variety of landscapes, including snow-capped mountains, lush forests, and tranquil rivers. It looks like they have their own little mascot guy here. I forget what this is called, the type of animal. So, it's 1,879 square miles. The highest peak is Mount Hood at 11,240 feet. The average snowfall on Mount Hood is 55 inches per year, and the average precipitation is 34 inches per year. And it shows the climate throughout the different months of the year. The average. August is their warmest month at an average of 69 degrees Fahrenheit. Willamette Falls is the second largest waterfall by volume in the United States after only Niagara Falls. Approximately 70% of Mount Hood territory is classified as forest land, including the state forest land and portions of the Mount Hood National Forest and the Willamette National Forest. Oregon City is the official end of the Oregon Trail and the first incorporated city west of the Rocky Mountains. Outdoor recreation. Take in the region's scenic beauty firsthand. There's the little, it's not an otter, is it? Serene waters. Between fast-moving sections of the Clackamas River, near the town of Estacada, you'll find a stretch of water that flows at a much slower pace. Dip your paddle into the smooth water or boat along its surface, and you too will settle into a calm, steady rhythm. On the other side of the lake from Timber Park, Milo McIver State Park offers a pro-rated 27-hole disc golf course, hiking trails, horseback riding, plus tent and RV camping. The Clackamas Fish Hatchery makes its home here, as do steelhead, cutthroat trout, and Chinook salmon for fishing aficionados. Ebbs and flows. Located at the foothills of the Cascade Range and iconic Mount Hood, the Clackamas and Sandy Rivers provide fun waves and mellow floats for inflatable kayaks, stand-up paddleboards, and wild rafting on Class 1 to Class 4 waters. Sightseeing boaters are drawn to the old-growth landscape and riparian splendor of these beautiful waterways, while thrill seekers can get their fill of whitewater rushes. Northwest Whitewater Adventures guides whitewater runners through the Clackamas waters with all the needed gear to keep everyone safe while having fun. With Oregon River experience, rafting enthusiasts float and ride while soaking in mountain views, clear waters, and the diverse flora and fauna that live along the banks of the Clackamas and Sandy Rivers. Half-day Sandy River trips are beautiful yet fleeting, taking place April to June, while the Clackamas runs are available from April through summer. Blue Sky Rafting offers technical river adventure on the more powerful currents of the upper and faster Clackamas, with departures from the Moore Creek boat access point on the lower and slower Clackamas at the Milo McIver State Park boat ramp, providing the allure of big rapids with the ease of planning. And Adventures Without Limits offers Clackamas and Sandy River rafting trips led by certified guides, along with many other guided outdoor excursions. Welch's welcomes all who wander. Welch's unofficial headquarters for day trips into Mount Hood National Forest Wilderness lies along the banks of the Salmon River at Wildwood Recreation Site. Whether for walkers and wanderers out for a short stroll, or hikers and backpackers looking to access higher mountainous terrain, Wildwood Recreation Site offers an ideal starting point from Highway 26, the Mount Hood Scenic Byway. Here's a picture of a creek with the sun peeking through the trees up in the top left corner, and a glimpse of blue sky. Here's a kid looking in an aquarium with a little fish. This is a viewing window along Cascade Steam Watch Trail. So is this outside? They built a window into an actual river? Or am I misunderstanding? Wildwood's Cascade Steam Watch Trail and the Wetlands Trail are mixed with paved indoor paths and provide education via interpretive signage of flora and fauna, foliage and fungi found in this wetland region. Bridges cross picturesque streams in the Salmon River, a federally designated water under the National Wild and Scenic River System, is always in sight, clear, blue, and running. Wading, swimming, and fishing are allowed and encouraged with safety measures, along with viewing and photographing the waterway's ecology, hydrology, wildlife, fish, and vast scenery. And here's a picture of a bridge located on the Welland Trail. Stay on the trail to protect plants, animals, and ecosystems, and follow leave no trace principles. Leave rocks, vegetation, and artifacts untouched for others to enjoy. And here's some biking trails. They have the Timberline Bike Park, Timberline to Rhododendron Trail, Sandy Ridge Trail System, and then here they just list out different places you can rent from. recreation area. Includes hiking, camping, and mountain biking. Just outside Malala, there is a quiet wilderness waiting to be explored by foot, bicycle, or horseback. Visit for the day or settle in at one of several riverside campsites and spend the weekend. Either way, you'll leave refreshed. Hit the trail. Lace up your boots and explore the diverse trails that wind through Mount Hood territory. Whether you're seeking a challenging summit climb or a peaceful nature walk, the region's extensive network of trails provides immersion in lush forests, views of cascading waterfalls, pristine lakes, and the iconic snow-capped peak itself. Look at all the ferns. Graham Oaks Nature Park is a 250-acre preserve, a swath of land with more than 150,000 native trees and shrubs that were planted in the early 2000s. There's the Tonquin Trail, which is a 3-mile paved walkway. The Ice Age Tonquin Trail is 22 miles. And then there's the Elder Oak, which is an estimated 200-year-old Oregon white oak, surrounded by 15,000 planted saplings which nurture the oak savanna. They have the Flag Mountain Trail and the Riverside Trail. When adventuring on trails, you oughter pack the U.S. Forest Service's 10 Essentials. Find the packing list at omht.us/10essentials. Okay, so it is an otter. And it looks like he's packing his bag with the essentials. Sunglasses, food, a map, a first aid kit. Go with the flow. Of all the mighty waterways in Oregon, the Willamette River is one of only 2 designated as a national water trail. From high mountain streams and lakes, the Willamette flows northward to the Columbia River, offering accessible waterways and creating a paradise for boating enthusiasts of all kinds. Through cityscapes and farmlands, forests and parks, the Willamette River Water Trail stretches 187 miles long, welcoming paddlers on canoes, kayaks, SUPs, and rafts to travel by day at designated put-ins and access points, and to sleep under the stars at numerous campsites lining its lush shores. Looks like there's a train trestle up there. Maybe. A couple of small waterfalls. It says it's only one of 2 national water trails. I wonder what the other one is. Midweek on the mountain, Mount Hood has become a premier winter destination, drawing visitors with its abundant powder, 2 world-class ski resorts, and a wealth of snow sports. One resort boasts the nation's highest vertical drop, while the other features the largest night skiing area in the U.S. Add to that cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, and snowmobile tours, and it's no surprise that Mount Hood is a winter paradise. Farms. Journey to the fields where dedication and nature yield the season's bounty. So this is from Tolan Farm in Wilsonville. And this is Fiala Farms in West Lynn. This one is the Sandy River Studio Ceramics class at Flying Coyote Farm in Sandy. Gather and feast. Embrace the field to fork, farm to table experience in the bountiful landscapes across Mount Hood territory. The region's organic, sustainable farmers take it one step further by offering farm tours and markets, you-pick excursions, community-supported agriculture, subscriptions, and cooking classes. So the community-supported agriculture is where you pay, I believe it's usually one lump sum at the beginning of the season, and each week you get a box of the farm's, a portion of the farm's weekly yield. Oh, these are beautiful. Wooden Shoe Tulip Farm. That is one of the most beautiful pictures. It's so satisfying the way the rows are planted. It just looks like someone took a paintbrush across the tops of them. Then you have the mountain back here and the sunset. This is a stunning picture. I can only imagine what it looks like in real life. Because pictures may speak 1,000 words, but nothing really beats seeing something for yourself in person. Pictures never really seem to do anything full justice. Swan Island Dahlias and Rogers and Clematis Garden. As spring blooms begin to wake from winter slumber, tulips are some of the first to raise their heads. As early as March, the Wooden Shoe Tulip Farm hosts Field of Color and iconic backgrounds in Woodburn, making it hard to put down the camera. Reserve a timed entry ticket for a weekday, especially Tuesdays, for fewer people in your photos' backgrounds. That's nice that they try to make it easier for people to get nice pictures without having to worry about strangers in them. Stafford Acres August Sunflower Festival is where you can cut your own blooms, browse the flower market, and hike through a sunflower pasture. Dahlias can grow as large as dinner plates, hence the award-winning Dahlia dinner plate variety. Yeah, they are huge. Find your perfect pick. Once called the Promised Land by Oregon Trail pioneers, Mount Hood territory still overflows with bounty. With its rolling hills and fertile valleys, the region is a haven for you-pick enthusiasts seeking fresh, flavorful experiences. There's nothing quite like the satisfaction of picking your own produce, so here are some farms where you can grab a basket and take in the fresh air while enjoying the fruits and vegetables of your labor. There's South Barlow Berries, Organic Sweet Home Blues, and Captain Blueberry are the farms that allow you to pick your own berries. And other you-pick farms that offer other things than just berries are Morning Shade Farm, Moonridge Farm, and El Bakey Farms. 4 seasons of farms. Each season in Mount Hood territory dishes up a special array of delights. Here's how to celebrate every time of year in this remarkable agricultural region. Spring is the best time for anyone wanting to see cute, furry, and fuzzy babies. Greet baby alpacas, goats, llamas, and more at farms across the region. At Riskley Farm, you can meet baby ostriches and feed the older ones. In summer, there are farmers markets. In fall, they have many autumn celebrations. The historic Kirchham Farm in Oregon City grows 35 different heirloom pumpkin, squash, and gourd varieties. In winter, talks about where you can cut your own Christmas tree. And where they have pony rides. Food and drink. Savor the delectable flavors of locally sourced cuisine and award-winning wines. Street eats. The food truck movement has revolutionized urban dining. More than quick bites, food trucks and food cart pods are hubs of creativity and community, fueled by an energized entrepreneurial spirit. Across the region, Kitchens on Wheels pay homage to street venue gastronomy while bringing people together on local corners through the universal language of handmade, delicious food. Uncorked. Sip, swirl, and savor your way through the wine-growing landscapes of Mount Hood territory. From the foothills of Mount Hood to the verdant Willamette Valley, the region has become famous for its terroir, low elevation, generous rainfall, light snowfall, and sunshine produce an abundance of wine varieties awaiting your discovery. And here they have a very beautiful picture of the Oswego Hills Vineyard and Winery at sunset. Look at the way the sun reflects off the clouds. Here they're just listing off a bunch of different restaurants. Those pancakes look really good. Oregon Berry Milkshake at Mike's Drive-In. Huckleberry Pancakes at Huckleberry Inn. Art and heritage. Discover where art meets legacy in a journey through cultural masterpieces. Look at this view. Johns Road Viewpoint in Sandy. I can only imagine what that's like to see in person. I'd love to travel there someday. Here's a mural in downtown Canby. Art al fresco. Step into a world where art breaks free from gallery walls. Across the region, vibrant outdoor exhibits beckon you to explore, engage, and be inspired by the creativity transforming public outdoor spaces. Right here on the this wall that they're walking by. Behind this forest green bench, you can see a massive painting. I almost didn't notice it at first because the trees here and the terrain just looks so realistic. Journey to downtown Estacada. Oh, this is the Estacada Artback murals. Journey downtown to Estacada to witness a series of murals painted by the hands of hundreds of artists over 3 decades. Sponsored by the Artback, 24 murals pay homage to the town of Estacada and its signature water, the Clackamas River, while also reaching across cultures and the natural world in their diverse perspectives. Kaleidoscope of creativity. Looks like wood carvings of Bigfoot, Sasquatch. Gallery at Alder Creek and the Spiral Art Gallery. Mount Hood Territory's art scene unfolds with a captivating tapestry of galleries, each a unique window into the creative brilliance of local, regional, and nationally renowned artists. Wooden bears and a Bigfoot welcome you into the gallery at Alder Creek to peruse its collection of carved statues, including eagles, gnomes, trees, beds, benches, tables, and chairs, made by creative chainsaw artists from the Mount Hood region. That's very impressive that someone can do that with a chainsaw. To have that much control in order to get fine details is crazy to me. Here they have Clackamas Repertory Theater, Lakewood Center for the Arts, and the Nuts and Bolts Theater Company. These are the different theaters that they suggest. A little bit of history for all ages. History comes alive across Mount Hood Territory in a rich collective of interactive sites offering families a chance to dive into the region's rich cultural heritage. Here they have the Museum of the Oregon Territory, the Philip Foster Farm, and the End of the Oregon Trail Visitor and Interpretive Center, where they have what looks like a taxidermy buffalo. Oregon City Municipal Elevator takes you from down here to up here. Canby Ferry. It's kind of a dream of mine to ride on a ferry. Willamette Shore Trolley. The Willamette Shore Trolley travels a rail line from the 1800s through a 100-year-old tunnel and replicates Portland's Council Crest trolley cars before making its home in Lake Oswego. The trolley ran the Portland Max line as a classic Portland streetcar. All aboard. Here they have a map of the Mount Hood Territory. So here's the Clackamas, Milwaukee, Lake Oswego, Borink, Sandy. There's a camel here. I wonder if there's a camel farm. We've got an alpaca, a cow, wine glasses, flowers, strawberries, cowboy hat and boots, a raft, camping, paddle paddleboard, the mountain, Bigfoot, cyclist. And here they just have different recreational shopping, dining options. That croissant looks good. Ooh, so does that. Luna's ice cream. That looks really good. The Brew. Cookie Pot Children's Consignment Boutique. Energy kayaking self-guided tubing trip between Cross Park and Dell Beach. And Decibel Sound and Drink. Happy Valley Park. Valley Public House. Wood-fired pizza at Oven and Shaker. Shopping in downtown Lake Oswego. Just more recreation, dining, shopping. The same in West Lynn. And it has the same in Oregon City. So in West Lynn, we have the Tumwater Vineyard and Barrel House Tasting Room. And the historic Willamette Main Street. In Oregon City, we have downtown Oregon City, Canard, and White Rabbit Books and Gifts. Then we have Canby, downtown Canby, outdoor dining at Bee's Bake Shop, and Cowlebrity at TMK Creamery and Distillery. In Wilsonville, we have the McMenamins Wilsonville Old Church and Pub here. That's very interesting. I've never heard of a church and pub. And the Memorial Park, which has a little boardwalk that goes out into the water. And they have the Malala attraction, the Humble Pig Cafe, Skydive Oregon, Malala Train Park. Interesting. Out in the garden nursery. In Estacada, there's Eagle Fern Park. Look at the moss growing on the branches in the background. Looks like they're on a suspended bridge. And Wade Creek Vintage Marketplace. With an old-fashioned signage right here. Then we have Boring, which is apparently Bigfoot country. You don't have to look hard for reminders of Mount Hood Territory's most famous resident. The destination has more reported Bigfoot sightings than any other community in the state. Since Oregon is known as prime squatching territory, that says a lot. Visit the North American Bigfoot Center in Boring for a Bigfoot crash course. And here's the center. It looks like they named their Bigfoot Murphy. Oh my gosh. Visit the North American Bigfoot Center. Okay. Founded by Animal Planet's Finding Bigfoot alum Cliff Barackman. The museum is a treasure trove of Sasquatch evidence. In addition to its well-stocked gift shop, where you can browse without an admission fee, the museum has video and audio recordings, casts of footprints, and other impressions. Ask them to explain. Take time to explore the expansive library filled with dozens of books written by people who have spent years researching Bigfoot, including Oregon Bigfoot Highway, which catalogs sightings along the Clackamas River. The sheer number of recorded spottings in the area, from Estacada to deep in the forest, would lead anyone to think something is afoot. Despite the kind of silliness about it, this kind of thing is what really interests me. And in Sandy, we have the Smoky Hearth Restaurant, Bar and Grill, and Boring Brewing. It's so funny, the town is named Boring, so like you have Boring Bean, which is a coffee shop, and Boring Brewing, which is a brewing company. It's just really funny. They definitely make use of the name of the town. Villages of Mount Hood, Chickali Cantina, Alfornofaruza, and in Government Camp, the Rathskeller, Alpine Slide at Mount Hood Adventure Park at Ski Bowl. Now that looks fun. What is that? I don't see. Government Camp, or Govey as it's called by locals, is best known as an ideal skiing base camp for its proximity to Mount Hood Ski Bowl. But once the snow melts in early June, the ski resort becomes Mount Hood Adventure Park at Ski Bowl, a 1,000-acre summer playground with more than 20 fun-filled, adrenaline-pumping attractions. Right alongside the kids as you take on the S-curves of the half-mile dual alpine slide, go bungee jumping and ziplining, or take the littlest ones on the kiddie carts. That just looks so fun. I want to try it. And here they just have a bunch of different events that occur throughout the year. The number of events that occur at Ski Bowl and Timberline in January. February is Oregon Craft Beer Month. Lunar New Year celebrations feature vibrant cultural performances and family-friendly events. Look at the little bird on the tulip. That's so cute. It's the little sparrow. In March, they have cosmic tubing and other swim events. In April, the Wooden Shoe Tulip Festival runs from late March through April each year in Woodburn. I really want to go there. It's so beautiful. In May, the celebration of spring continues. Watch for special events including Mother's Day brunches at many of the region's gardens and plant nurseries. Plus, May is Oregon Wine Month, and wineries begin opening for the summer season of wine tasting. In June, communities celebrate Juneteenth and Pride with performances, parades, and activities. The Oregon Renaissance Fair transports visitors to a lively world of knights, jesters, and artisans. I really want to go to a Renaissance Fair. In July, there are Independence Day celebrations with the local communities, along with the Molalla Buckaroo, which is a rodeo, and the annual Oregon Trail Brew Fest. In August, there is a indie music festival in Happy Valley, the County Fair and Rodeo in Clackamas, And the Swan Island Dahlia Festival boosts blooms of all colors, including new varieties each year. If you're colorblind, check out a free pair of Enchroma glasses to see the fields in their full, vibrant colors. That's awesome. In September, as fall weather starts, it's the perfect time for apples. Get in the spirit and learn some apple history at Malala Heritage Apple Festival through demonstrations, tours, and vendors, or make your own cider at the Philip Foster Farm Cider Squeeze. Celebrate culture and heritage at the Fiesta Latina en el Parque in Milwaukee, and at Lake Oswego's Cultural Exchange Festival, where traditional dances, music, and food honor the multicultural spirit of the region. I really want to visit this region after reading through this. In October, the Oregon City Indigenous Peoples Day of Celebration highlights and honors the area's vibrant original communities in a festive day of food, music, and storytelling. In November, for a delicious Diwali dinner, head to Our Table Cooperative in Sherwood and visit area wineries' cozy tasting rooms for Thanksgiving wine weekend. And finally, in December, holiday festivals are in full swing, including many Santa meet and greets. Shop local at holiday markets or take in spectacular light shows such as the Sparkling Christmas Ship Parade on the Willamette River. Ring in the new year at community events with music, dinners, and games. Then they just have your lodging suggestions. One-of-a-kind stays you won't forget. Discover the heart and soul of this beautiful region through a selection of diverse lodging properties. From historic charm to modern minimalism, these stays are as unforgettable as Mount Hood itself. And they have family lodging. Oh, look at the puppy. The puppy. So cute. Doggy VIP add-on at Lakeshore Inn. Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh my goodness. Look at it. Look at her smile. Oh my goodness. I love that. Waterfront stays. With 7 rivers and more than 40 lakes, you're right to guess that Mount Hood Territory offers a range of waterfront accommodations for a peaceful getaway. Here's the Collins Lake Resort. With a nice trail through the woods by a stream. And here's the Best Western Plus River Shore Hotel with a beautiful view of lake. Or the river, maybe. It would be a slow-moving river, but I think it's a lake. Adventure at your fingertips. From natural wonders to cultural gems, Mount Hood Territory offers endless attractions. Let's explore some top destinations coupled with the perfect place to stay. Wine country, urban art and history, Mount Hood and Grand Central Clackamas. And then it ends with a beautiful 4-season picture of the river. The Salmon River, a canvas painted anew with each passing season. Photos by Julie Zaramiski. That's gorgeous. Alright, so that is it for this video. I hope that you found it relaxing and that you enjoyed looking through this travel planner as much as I did. Maybe you'll consider going here sometime in the future. I know I am, because not only is it a beautiful area, just absolutely gorgeous, but the cultural and just, it seems like a very fun, lively region to visit. There's so much, it seems like there's endless stuff to do and endless stuff to see. But anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching as always, and I hope that you will join me for the next one. And until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night.